Hello, everyone. My name is Daniela Cantera, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is Mo Zulfiqar with another exciting income pick. If you would like to read any more about what Mo writes on a regular basis, head to incomeinvestors.com, or you can click the link to our website in the description below. If you're an income investor, you likely know the struggle. Finding high yield stocks that are also sustainable is almost like finding a needle in a haystack. Life becomes even more difficult if you are hunting for value in this uncertain market. Take a look at Dow Inc., traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol DOW. It's a legacy name in the material science industry that's currently trading at a steep discount and paying a dividend of around 10%. Genuinely, this high of a yield usually sends red flags flying, but in this case, Dow Inc. stock is down, but it's not out. The stock isn't showing up in financial press headlines at the moment, but the business behind it remains solid and the cash flow is still rolling in. Yes, this seems bold, but it's worth saying. Dow Inc. stock could be one of the best high yield contrarian plays on the market right now. So, Mo, what does Dow do?
Thanks, Daniela. Headquarters in Midland, Michigan, Dow is one of the largest players in material science space. Produces products that are used everywhere, from packaging to automotive parts to infrastructure and electronics. The company also has global footprint with customers across North America, Europe, Asia, and Latin America. Dow operates through three business segments and they're named packaging and specialty plastics. Think of, with this segment, think of food packaging, industrial films, and everyday consumer goods. The other segment is called industrial intermediaries and infrastructure. And this includes chemical used in construction, energy, and automotive industries. And the last segment is performance materials and coatings. And this is paints, coatings, silicones for building cars, and other related materials.
Now, Mo, talk a little bit about Dow stock. What's really happening?
Dow stock has been featured here a few times actually, and with the last time being in early June 2025. Unfortunately, since then, the stock price has been choppy to say the least. Sure, the price action has really been frustrating, but here's the thing, Dow Inc's business fundamentally remains intact. And for income investors, the 10% dividend yield also deserves some attention. I continue to believe Dow stock is a compelling opportunity, not only because it offers robust passive income, but it also is trading at very low valuations, something I'd call pennies on the dollar.
And how's the stock chart looking?
On the surface, Dow stock looks awful. There is really no sugarcoating that. The stock is currently trading below its 50-week moving average and the 200-week moving average, indicating trends are pointing downwards and bearish investor sentiment prevails. But there is more than meets the eye here. Over the past few months, every time Dow stock dipped around $25 to $27 range, buyers stepped in. To me, that's a sign of accumulation, and it could be bullish signals suggesting that large investors are quietly building positions. And it is also worth noting that the MACD, or it's a very commonly used momentum indicator, is trending higher while the stock remains flat. Just speaking from my experience, this kind of divergence often hints that the bullish move could be brewing here. In addition to all of this, I think there is one more thing worth paying attention to, and it's the short interest. As per the most recent data, Dow stock's short interest was just 5.7% of the float. This is a relatively low figure, and I think it also tells that investors aren't aggressively betting against the stock.
Now, is the company doing something to improve financial performance?
I think Dow is making smart moves to improve profitability too, something that's definitely not shown on the stock chart. The company is in the middle of streamlining its European operation, shutting down three upstream facilities to, better align with long-term industry demand. And I think this isn't just cost cutting for the sake of it, it's calculated move to boost earnings here. With this, Dow's EBITDA are expected to be $200 million annually. This should start to show up in 2026 and with full impact being felt in 2029. To me, this shows that Dow is committed to becoming a leaner and more efficient company, and this is a good news for those who own the stock. And I also think it's important not to forget the big picture here. Even with business facing some headwinds, Dow is still expected to report some massive revenues and remain profitable. Wall Street analysts are expecting the company to report revenue of around $42 billion in 2025 and over $43 billion in 2026. And earnings per share is expected to be around 45 cents in 2025 and then double to $1.19 in 2026. Looking at the cash flow generation, Dow generated $2.5 billion from operations over the past 12 months. Again, I can't stress this enough. The business isn't broken here. It's just temporarily out of favor. If you like what you see so far, check out incomeinvestors.com. While you're there, you could also sign up for our free special report titled 3 Income Stocks to Own Today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. And now back to the video.
From valuation perspective, how's Dow stock looking?
One of the most compelling reasons to be bullish on Dow stock is the valuations. Dow stock currently trades at a price to sales ratio of 0.45. At its core, this ratio indicates how investors are valuing each $1 of sales at the company. So currently, investors are valuing each dollar of sales at Dow at just 45 cents. Now, here's the kicker. The 5-year average price to sales ratio of a Dow stock is 0.78, and the industry average is around 1.57. So, Dow stock is currently trading 42% below its own 5-year average price to sales ratio and 71% below the industry average. And this is what I call pennies on the dollar. And again, I remind that Dow is not some speculative small cap company. It's a well-established leader that's priced like an unknown small cap company. And I think this is a classic example of investors' overreaction.
Now, something income investors really want to know, the dividend. Dow stock pays 10%?
At the time of recording, Dow stock has dividend yield close to 10% with an annual dividend of $2.80 or 70 cents per quarter. The company hasn't skipped a beat in paying it. And with any double-digit yield, it's fair to ask if the dividend is safe. In Dow's case, answer is yes. For now, the company has free cash flow and stability to support it.
Thanks, Mo, for your insights. Dow Inc. stock is out of favor for now, but for income investors, it could be presenting a very compelling opportunity. Dow comes with a massive 10% dividend yield, a chart that shows signs of accumulation, deep value compared to peers in the industry, a long-term plan to improve margins, and globally diversified business model. This stock checks a lot of boxes for value and income investors. No wonder over 1,700 institutional investors continue to hold Dow Inc. stock in their portfolio. The Vanguard Group holds over 82 million shares, or close to 12% of all outstanding shares. That's it for today, and make sure to go to incomeinvestors.com to get our free special report titled 3 Income Stocks to Own Today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%, or you can find the link to our website in the description below. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.